What's up, guys? JD Geeks here. Today we have a small package from Beys and Bricks. I'm not 100% sure, but I am pretty sure that this is the new Pegasus, the CX version. From what I've been seeing, it is supposed to be the first half decent CX Beyblade from Beyblade X. So let's get right into it. Yep, Pegasus Blast. This Beyblade is pretty similar to a different Beyblade that was out in the Metal Fight era, which I will show later. But let's get into the actual Beyblade itself. And I do have a bit of allergies right now, so if I sound a little sniffly, that is why. All right, so here is the Bey. Here is the disassembled Bey. It is just technically two parts, and then it comes with a launcher, a tool, and the ripcord. I'm going to take this out of the packaging, and then I will show you guys when it is all together. All right. Alrighty, everyone. We are now back with the completed or fully assembled Bey. So we have the Pegasus Blast and the teal launcher from earlier, which we will be using for the test launch. And I do want to compare the size. Pegasus Blast is very chunky compared to other CX Beys like Drawn Brave, for instance. But overall, it is a very, very cool Bey. Pegasus is probably my favorite CX Bey, so having both evolutions is pretty cool. But some things that this Bey does, the tip is just like Final Drive or Reboot from Beyblade X and Beyblade Metal Fight. But let's show off the old evolution that we had from Beyblade X before. This is a UX line Pegasus, Aero Pegasus. Pretty similar colors. Have the dark blue, the lighter blue, and the kind of tealish color, which I think having the colors match the pre-evolution is cool, although I do wish the color scheme was a little bit different. But I will say it does bring back some nostalgia. So, talking about nostalgia, one of the main Beys that everyone cares about from Metal Fight is Cosmic or Big Bang Pegasus. This is technically Cosmic Pegasus from Hyperblades from Hasbro when they remade their Beyblades from the Hasbro versions to the more Japanese show accurate versions. So this Beyblade here, the color scheme really does kind of match Pegasus Blast in my opinion. And the gimmick for the tip is the same. And the color schemes, as I said, are pretty similar. So I do think it's cool that they gave a little flashback to that. All right. Other than that, though, let's get into a test launch of this Bey. I am pretty excited to see how the Beyblade itself actually does. I'm assuming it is going to be pretty similar to how Final Drive and Ultimate Reboot worked, but it is a plastic tip. So I'm assuming it might be more like normal reboot, which might be a little bit disappointing. I do hope it gets a good amount of speed when it does change to the more flat tip. All right. Well, I will see you in a second, and I will see you at the stadium. All right. So we are at the stadium. I am using the uh, double extreme line stadium, although I will not be having the ridge or both ridges on. The reason why is because my other stadium is currently in use, and I do not want to have to take that away right now. So we're just going to use this stadium instead. It shouldn't affect the uh, performance too bad. We will be using the stock launcher, and then I will be trying it with my normal launcher that I use for right spins, which is just a string launcher since I prefer those. All right, let's see. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. So it is pretty aggressive even on the plastic tip. It seemed that was kind of a hard launch to see. Let's see if I can do it better with the string launcher. But overall, it does seem like the tip works. So here we go again. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. All right, it's a little bit more calm at the beginning. Okay, so the final, or I still call it final drive, but when it does go to that more flat part of the tip, it actually does it really, really well. Let's do it one last time just to see it again. Yeah, you can really see the speed increase, which I was not expecting from a plastic tip. But all right, I will see you in a second, and we can take apart the Beyblade. Okay, so I do want to apologize because I did plan to actually take apart the Beyblade and show off the pieces before I launched it. But as long as I get to do it in the first place, that is fine. I will show you how to take apart and put it back together, because when I first got it, I was a little confused as well until I watched more videos on it. So I will show how the tip works and the CX system itself works in just a second. So first, let's do the tip. So although this part of the tip, the blue part, does spin, so it works with the gears on the stadium, this part right here, it doesn't move, but it does snap into place just like a normal track would. So there is no movement like here where the parts shift, but it does, however, still lock into place when you move it, which is convenient because you don't have to worry about anything moving or breaking, or in my opinion, it would help with burst resistance as well. All right. And next up for the layer, you can either take the 3-pronged tool that it came with, or even just a bit. Since everyone has a bit, I will be showing it with the bit. There are 2 little teeth kind of in there, and there are little prongs in the face chip, and you just push it in and twist, and then the entire system pops apart. All right, and now let's talk about each one of the parts as it is. And I also have a scale out, and we will check out the weights in just a second. So the Pegasus Blast chip, I have heard people not liking the face bolt design or the sticker design. I actually think it's pretty cool. I do like it. Again, the colors are iffy for me, but overall, I do really like it. Next up, let's talk about the Pegasus Blade. I love the 3-wing design, same as Aero Pegasus, but this really does look cool. It is pretty heavy. I can compare the weight to the Brave Blade, the Brave Blade in just a bit, but the Blast Blade is actually very, very nice. Very heavy, in my opinion, and it looks pretty cool. And then we have the Assist Blade, I believe this is called. Again, the colors fit with the scheme that they're going for, but I'm not a huge fan. And finally, the tip up close is sharp to the flat. And again, this bit does spin. All right. So let me get the scale out and we can weigh the Bey and see how much it weighs compared to another attack type, Drawn Brave. I will see you in a second. Alrighty, here we are at the scale, and let's weigh the difference between the two Beys. So the bit of Drawn Brave is 2.18. The spin track is what I'm going to call it because I always forget the name, is 6.21. And together, since the Pegasus track and tip is technically together, we have 8.36. All right. And now the Pegasus track and tip, 12.66. So this is actually much heavier than a combined tip and track as well. Next up, let's do the Assist Blade. We have, I believe, Slash. We got 4.67. Then we have Pegasus Blast, 4.93. So even this is heavier. And then let's move on to the important part for weight. 31.27. And then the part everyone's really been waiting for, Blast, 32.74. So over a gram heavier. And then let's do the chips. Drawn Braves, 1.74. And then finally, Pegasus Blasts, 1.71. So the only part of Pegasus Blast that is actually lighter than Drawn Brave is the chip. But to put it back together, same as the other CX Beys, line up the Assist Blade with the main blade, put the chip in, and then do the same thing. Just take a bit and click that right into place, and then there you are, your reassembled Bey. So that summarizes my review of Pegasus Blast. I'm very happy to finally have this Bey, and I'm excited to use it in some battles. So I will see you guys in the next video. JD Geeks